I'm going to start to explain something to you that some of you obviously understand well already, but basically the way when I try to explain this to people, would you like to talk to us about this? They start by saying, no, not interested, no, not interested, no, not interested, no because of Russia, no because of Tatarstan, no because of clean tech, and then we change the name from Tatarstan Clean Tech Fund to Europe Tatarstan Clean Tech Fund. Guess what? It got even worse. So now we're the Green Gateway Fund, and the Green Gateway is about us helping West European companies to get to the market of Russia and the CIS. As you will have heard from the European Commission, most growth is going to come from outside the EU, and we help companies, we invest in best international companies, resource-efficient companies at the growth stage in Western Europe. We help them to access the market in the former Soviet Union. There's now a free trade zone between Kazakhstan, Belarus, and Russia, with about 200 million people that have a high impact market. They waste 4 times as much energy per unit of GDP as we do in Germany, and to be fair, twice as much as Canada. So we can do a lot. And why is this a special skill set? A friend of Valeri's, he just shared with me this morning, is a collector of motorcycles. And one day in a dump, he found an old BMW motorcycle from World War II. And he started to fix it all up and all had it done, ready to cycle it out the garage. And he went to go register it, get the license plate. It was all working fine. But police told him, no, I'm sorry, you have no customs clearance. So it's not always easy to operate. We've operated in the area for about 20 years without paying a bribe, without paying protection money, seeing some of the amazing talents in the region with whom we try to connect. And we're very pleased to have with us our anchor investor, Sverzinvest Nefti Chim, for those who prefer abbreviation, SINEC, in the face of Valeri Sorokin, who will follow and present to you Tatarstan. About the Green Gateway Fund and why it's a fantastic place to people to put their money or take money from if you're a portfolio company. We focus on growth stage companies. That means companies that have a proven technology, that have a proven business model. It may be the case that you already have orders booked for the next 10 years and you don't have a cash income, but we want to be clear that with our money, you become EBITDA positive and grow globally, and we'll be presenting some of the companies in that regard. Secondly, we're opening a market, and it's very important to be clear that in Tatarstan, we have a region that operates above board. When we say we give you capital, it doesn't mean you get a contract from Tatarstan. It means we will show you if there's a tender and you'll have the opportunity to compete at the tender. There's no special treatment, but we will look first if your technology is relevant to Tatarstan and then propose an investment and offer the portfolio company to have sales in that region. There's no requirement to set up production in Tatarstan, but you may find it very attractive, as you'll see in a second, because they have a free trade zone with 0 to 2% profit tax. Thirdly, the fund may actually be included in the United Nations and the G20 initiative Green Growth Action Alliance as a best practice case. Because Tatarstan, which has a development objective, is combining this with a financial objective for financial investors by offering investors an up to 2x preferred return whenever a portfolio company invests in Tatarstan. This means the Tatars have achieved their development objective, and in return they offer investors a 2x preferred return, which creates a downside protection and makes it an institutional product. Companies like MEAG, the Münchner Rück investment arm, has said that this is one of the few funds they looked at in the last 3 years, which I think is attractive and investable. Fourthly, as I don't need to tell you because you are in a clean tech fund meeting, climate change is accelerating drastically. We lost half the solar ice coverage last summer, 50 years faster than expected. All of Greenland's surface ice melted last summer. There are 3,000 meter deep cracks of meltwater on Greenland. If it falls off, our friends from Holland will come live with us. So it's urgent, and we've got to move, and we think it is important to be in the growth stage company because we've got to move quickly here. Finally, we have a team that has been in Russia together, well, almost 20 years, between Kasper, Ben, and myself, together with clean tech experience for Kasper and Russell, and of course our own longer-standing team members, Paulina and Roman, who've been with us, and Jeroen, who's come from the Dutch side as well, on the clean tech front. And last not least, happily, we have some important guests here today because we actually prove the case through the investments we're doing. We've done 2 deals, we're about to do 3 more deals, and the point of today's day is to show you the companies in the portfolio, to sit you down with them, listen to their presentations, ask them very tough questions, and then take the whole day to continue to ask them questions. So in summary, we have a target to return 2.5 times cash, 20 to 30% IRR to investors, to reduce CO2 emissions. We're debating whether it's 25, 8, or 10 million tons, so there's no number yet. And in Tatarstan, we will generate a local economic development impact. We've closed at $110 million, which is what we're investing today. We're talking to a few investors to get us to $160 million, and the final target is a $250 million close. And we've Sarah Kagel here, who's been pushing along on this front. That's about it. Before we go into strategy in more detail, which Kasper will do, we will now turn to Tatarstan and introduce you to the concept, what's that region? We will first have a video clip played, if Rinat is ready for the video. And then Valeri will present to you in Russian with simultaneous translation, which may be a challenge, but we've tested our translators and think they're the best in the world, certainly in Rheinland-Pfalz and Hessen. There we are. Okay, so thank you very much. Welcome again.